All evidence strongly indicates that the analyzed video is genuine footage from a Gorgon Stare Increment 2 WAMI sensor. The visual characteristics, a stitched multi-camera view covering a huge area, with infrared imaging and mixed frame rates, match the documented features of Gorgon Stare Increment 2 point for point. Authoritative sources confirm that Increment 2 uses a 4-lens, 368 camera array to surveil up to 100 square kilometers at a few frames per second, while outputting multiple full-motion substreams, exactly what is observed in the video's behavior. The presence of an infrared modality and on-screen target metadata further reinforces the identification, since Increment 2 is a dual-sensor EO/IR system designed for persistent tracking. It is highly unlikely that any other system would produce such footage. Increment 1 of Gorgon Stare circa 2011 did use multi-camera WAMI, but at much lower resolution, and with only 5 visual sensors, its mosaic would have been smaller and possibly less refined. Plus, the Increment 2 upgrade had fully replaced Increment 1 by 2015. The video's quality, 720p composite, and the advanced overlay features point to the improved second-generation system. No alternative wide-area sensor, US or foreign, known in open sources combines these exact attributes at this scale. Thus, the likelihood is very high, near certain, that this video is from USAF Gorgon Stare Increment 2 operations or testing. Gorgon Stare Inc. 2 was a major upgrade to the original Gorgon Stare pod-based surveillance system entering operational use around 2014-2015. It was developed by a consortium, Sierra Nevada Corporation as lead integrator BAE Systems for the high-resolution Argus optical sensor, and Exelis Harris for the infrared arrays. The system is composed of 2 pods mounted under a MQ-9 Reaper's wings, one housing the day color cameras, and one housing the IR sensors, plus an extensive airborne processor and a radio data link down to ground stations. The Air Force describes Gorgon Stare as providing contiguous overland surveillance, meaning it monitors all activity across a wide area, not just a narrow video feed. This wide coverage comes at the expense of frame rate and some detail. The screen capture artifacts, for example, slight jitter and lower resolution than the raw sensor, reinforce that this is likely an unofficial recording of a Gorgon Stare display, not a direct data output. In summary, the video is entirely consistent with Gorgon Stare Increment 2's documented capabilities. Every major aspect, from the image tiling and WAMI coverage to the infrared imagery and dual frame rate output, correlates with official descriptions of the system. No conflicting evidence is apparent in the footage. Therefore, we conclude that it is highly probable the footage is authentic Gorgon Stare Increment 2 WAMI video. The match is so strong that if it were not Gorgon Stare, it would imply the existence of a very similar wide-area sensor with identical characteristics, which is implausible given the state of the art. The most reasonable conclusion is that the user's hunch is correct. This is Gorgon Stare Increment 2 in action, demonstrating the US Air Force's unblinking eye surveillance over a broad area.